A South Dakota lawmaker with a background in leadership at the Department of Corrections is speaking out tonight regarding the way the prisons are being operated.
In our top story here at 6, Beth Warden spoke to Representative Tim Reich about his concerns and brings us a reaction from Governor Roden.
Representative Tim Reich has experience as Deputy Secretary of Corrections and the Cabinet Secretary. Now he is a member of the South Dakota House of Representatives, serving Brookings, Kingsbury, Lake, and Minor counties. Reich is outspoken about the way things are run at state prisons. Reich lists 3 of the most pressing concerns he believes need to change. He would like to see the discipline policy changes reversed.
Those practices of maintaining order, that just kind of breeds into misbehavior on the part of some.
In his conversations with DOC staff, he hears of a lack of communication with some of the leadership, especially direct hires from Wasco's past colleagues, now hired on here.
I think maybe as complaints go up, they get snuffed out at a certain point and say, hey, nothing to see here.
He also hopes trustees serving the last part of their sentence could once again return to working for nonprofits and municipalities as they once did, preparing them for life outside.
It gets them used to waking up, getting out of bed, going to work, coming home, and going to bed, like kind of what we expect most people to do in society. But that program has been axed. We fenced in all the minimum custody inmates, and we're treating them like higher custody inmates. They're sitting around watching TV and playing games and sleeping. And that's what we're getting them ready to go out into society to do.
While Reich calls for a change in the head of the Department of Corrections, Governor Roden has other plans.
I don't believe it's fair for him to ask for her resignation just because of differences in opinion on how policy should be administered. I think that's unfair. And I think Wasco's done a good job of, given the situation she inherited several years ago when she took the reins as Secretary of DOC.
Since February, numerous staff assaults, suicides, and overdoses are part of the reasons why Reich believes the situation at our state prisons is at a crisis. In Sioux Falls, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
Secretary Wasco is responding to the allegations, saying, quote, "This is absolutely untrue. I have been told by many staff that I am the most accessible secretary they've ever met." She goes on to say there have been no indications of any retribution for talking with me either. All wardens and directors know that I will talk to any employee or offender in the DOC.